Hello students, how are you? Today we are going to do plants of class 5 Science Olympiad. Let's start. The topics that we are going to cover are reproduction in plants, seeds, agriculture and crops. Reproduction in plants. Plants reproduce in a number of ways. Reproduction through the body parts. Vegetative propagation is the process by which new plants are grown from the part of the plant other than seed, such as roots, stem, and leaves. Through roots. Some of the plants store food in their roots, so the new plants can grow from the roots of these plants. Example, carrot, radish, and sweet potato. So if we plant the carrot root in the soil and it will grow into a carrot plant through stem. Some of the plant can reproduce by burying a part of the stem in the soil. Example, rose, hibiscus, tulip. So if we cut a piece of the stem of the rose plant and bury it into the soil, it will grow into a rose plant. Underground stem. Potato and ginger have buds on them from where the new shoots grow on planting them in the soil. So potato and ginger have tiny buds that are present on their surface, and if we plant them in the soil, it will grow into a potato or a ginger plant, and those buds will give rise to the shoots. Through leaves. Some of the plants like bryophyllum have buds in the margin of their leaves. If one of the buds falls on the moist soil, it will form a new plant. Tissue culture. It is a modern way in which plants are grown from a single cell by using a technique called tissue culture. These cells are grown with the help of a special substance that contains all the required nutrition. Reproduction through spores. Some of the plants do not have seeds. They grow with the help of the tiny structure called the spores, such as plants like hydra, fern, mushroom, etc. Here in the figure, we can see that those tiny spores are present. With the help of these spores, the plants like hydra, fern and mushroom can reproduce themselves. Reproduction through seeds. Plants that bear the fruit have seeds inside their fruit. When these seeds fall on the moist soil, the new plants grow with the help of these seeds. For example, mango. When we eat a mango, we throw its seed in the soil. After days, this seed bury it in the soil and helps to grow a mango tree. Seeds. Most of the plants are grown from the seed. Seed is usually found inside the fruit. Let's see the structure of seed. Seed coat. Seed coat, it is the outermost protective covering of the seed. It protects the internal parts of the seed. Here we can see the seed coat that is present around the seed. It is in the dark shade of brown. It protects the internal parts such as cotyledon and embryo of the seed. Cotyledon or seed leaves. A cotyledon is a fleshy part of the seed that is present inside the seed. It absorbs the food from the parent plant and then stores it for the embryo. It also protects the embryo. Here we can see the cotyledon. It has stored food inside it that is necessary for the embryo's growth. Embryo. It is present inside the seed and develops into a new plant. The embryo gives rise to a baby shoot, plumule and root radicle. So when this embryo grows, it will form a shoot and a root. Let's see the type of seeds. Monocotyledonous seeds and dicotyledonous seeds. Monocotyledon seed. Seeds that only have one cotyledon are called monocotyledon seed. Rice, maize, and wheat are examples of monocot seeds. Here we can see the figure of a monocot seed. It is corn. Here it has only one cotyledon. Dicotyledonous seed. Seeds that have two cotyledons are called dicotyledonous seeds. Beans, grams, and peas are examples of dicot seeds. Here we can see in the picture beans. It has two cotyledons. So it is an example of dicot seed. Germination in seeds. Germination means the development of the seed into a new plant. All the seeds do not germinate, only those which get suitable conditions to grow into a new plant. The conditions necessary for a seed to germinate are air. Air is necessary because air reaches the seedling through pores in the soil. Hence, soil is very important for the plant's growth. Water. Water makes the seed coat soft. It enables the baby plant to break open the seed coat and come out. Warmth. The warmth of the sun makes the cell active. Seed dispersal. Dispersal by wind. Seeds which are light in weight and have wings or hair-like structure that can be easily carried away by wind from one place to another. For example, dandelion seeds, cotton seeds, etc. Dispersal by animals. Some of the seeds of plants have hooks, stiff hair or spines and can stick on the body of the animals, which helps in the dispersal of these type of seeds. When human beings eat fruits and throw their seeds away, this is also helpful for the reproduction in plants. Dispersal by water. Seeds of some plants are are spongy and have fibrous coating which helps them to float on water. Water transports these seeds from one place to another. Example, water lily, coconut, etc. Dispersal by explosion. Fruits of some plants burst open when they are ripe and scatter the seeds in all the directions. Example, viola, balsam, poppy, tea, bean, etc. Agriculture. In a big country, in order to feed the entire population, plants are grown on a large scale. The practice of growing the plants on a large scale for food or other purposes is called agriculture. Let's see the steps of agriculture. Step 1. Plowing of field. The field is plowed. It is done to turn over the soil, thus bringing the fresh nutrients to the surface. Plow is a tool used in farming for the preparation of soil for sowing the seeds or plantation. Here we can see the image of plow. It helps to get the bottom layer of the soil which contains nutrients to the top. It can be done with the help of animals like bullocks or with the help of tractors. Here we can see in the image, farmer has attached the plow with two bullocks and the bullocks are pulling it. In the tractor, the farmer has attached uh, the plow type thing to at the back, and when as the tractor moves, it plows the field. Adding manure to the soil. Manure is a dead organic matter. It is used as an organic fertilizer in agriculture. It provides the essential nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, etc. to the soil, which makes the soil more fertile. Atmospheric nitrogen is fixed by a bacteria present in the soil. So, the next step is adding manure to the soil. The manure is a dead organic matter that is used as an organic fertilizer and it does not harm the plant's growth. The third step is sowing of seed. Sowing is the process of the planting of seed. It is done by separating the seed in the plowed field. The seed germinate into a new plant. Here we can see in the image the farmer is spreading the seeds in the plowed field. Irrigating the field. The field is then irrigated. Here irrigated means water. Water is important for both of a plant as it is essential for the process of photosynthesis. Here we can see that after the sowing of the seed, the water is sprinkled all over the farm and it helps for the growth of the plants. Spraying pesticides. The crops are sprayed with chemicals called pesticides to protect them from pests. Pests are living organisms that causes damage to the crops or other animals. So we have seen that when crops are planted, the plants comes out. Then the pest insects like uh, cockroaches and other insects come to destroy the plant. So to protect them, we spray pesticides. Pesticides are the substances or the mixture of substances used for destroying any type of pest. Next step is harvesting of crops. Harvesting is the last step of the agriculture where the ripened crops are cut and gathered. Crops need protection from the birds, insects, rats, etc. before and after harvesting. So farmers use scarecrows in their field to protect the crops from the birds. Here we can see the picture of the scarecrow. So the scarecrow is used to protect the crops from the insects, birds and rats. Crops. There are two types of crops: Kharif crops, monsoon or autumn crops; Rabi crops, winter crops. Crops grown from June to October are known as Kharif crops. These crops are sown in the rainy season and harvested in autumn. Kharif crops require abundant amount of rainfall. Example: maize, turmeric, sugarcane, cotton and soybean. So the Kharif crops such as soybean and sugarcane needs a lot of rainfall for their growth. So they are sown in the soil in the rainy season and then harvested in the autumn season. Rabi crops. Crops grown from the October to March are called Rabi crops. Rabi crops are sown in autumn and harvested in the winter season. They require less amount of water to grow. Example: wheat, barley, linseed, mustard, pulses, etc. So the Rabi crops do not need abundant amount of rainfall. They need less amount of rainfall. So they are sown in the autumn season and then harvested in the winter season. Let's see the mind map of our chapter. Agriculture: sowing of seeds, adding manure to the soil, plowing of the field, spraying pesticides, irrigating the field, harvesting of crops. Seeds: structure of seed, types of seed, germination of seed, seed dispersal. Crops: type of crops, Kharif crop and Rabi crops. Vegetative propagation: leaves, stem, roots. So we have come to the end of our chapter. Hope you had fun learning about plants, and for more of these videos, please watch our channel Olympiad tutorial. Bye students, take care.